Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, if you've been paying close attention to the NFL landscape lately, especially within the NFC North, you know that every move, every rumor, every trade possibility has the potential to shake up the division and perhaps even the entire league. And right now, there's some buzz that's caught everyone's attention, rumors of a bold, daring trade that could shift the balance of power. It's about none other than Derrick Henry, the king himself, potentially heading to the Green Bay Packers. Yes, you heard that right. Rumors suggest that the Baltimore Ravens might be open to trading Derrick Henry in a deal that involves a second-round pick in 2026 and a fifth-round pick in 2027, with the Ravens aiming to adjust their salary cap and focus more on their pass game after averaging around 23 points per game. This is a big deal, especially considering the Ravens' current record 4-3 and their focus on bolstering their roster for a playoff push. But why would the Ravens do this? Well, after a series of ups and downs, especially following Lamar Jackson's injury struggles and some inconsistency in their offensive production, the Ravens seem to be looking for a way to retool their backfield. Derrick Henry, the so-called king of rushing, is a multi-time All-Pro who has been a nightmare for defenses across the league. In 2025, he's rushed 120 times for 580 yards, averaging 4.8 yards per carry with 7 touchdowns. His PFF grade is an impressive 83.7, and his EPA per run is plus 0.20, which shows his efficiency and explosiveness on the field. His career stats are staggering. Over 500 carries for more than 12.0 yards and 115 touchdowns, with 8 games of over 150 rushing yards. Plus, he's known for minimal injuries, with virtually none in 2025, making him a reliable workhorse. His power and ability to break tackles are reminiscent of Adrian Peterson at his peak, and he's been boosting his production, especially in 2023 with the Ravens, adding over 250 yards compared to previous seasons. Now, let's talk about the impact of such a trade. For the Ravens, it's a bit of a gamble. They'd be giving up a powerful, experienced back who can carry the load, but they'd be gaining draft capital and freeing up cap space, about $10 million, allowing them to sign other pieces or upgrade their defense. The trade signals a possible shift towards a more pass-oriented attack, trying to compensate for some recent slumps in their offense. And let's not forget, the Ravens are losing some of their hammer in the run game, which could hurt them in close matchups, especially in December and January when ground control is often the difference maker. On the other side, the Green Bay Packers are looking at a different picture. They're currently 5-2, and their rushing attack ranks 16th in the league in yards, which might not seem spectacular, but with the addition of Derrick Henry, paired with Josh Jacobs, their projected rushing yards could surge by over 600 yards. That's a significant boost, especially considering the increased yards per carry from their current numbers to over 6 yards more per carry with Henry in the backfield. This would elevate their red zone efficiency, where they're currently converting about 58% of their opportunities into touchdowns. Think about it. Adding a power back like Henry is similar to what the 49ers did with Christian McCaffrey in 2022, which resulted in an average of 230 yards per game and a massive boost to their offensive power. For the Packers, this could be the recipe to turn their offense into a juggernaut, especially in crunch time. And what does this mean for the postseason? Well, the Super Bowl odds have shifted quite a bit. From plus 3,500 earlier this season, the Packers' chances could improve to around plus 1,700 with Henry's addition. That's a huge jump and makes them a more formidable contender. Derrick Henry, with his playoff experience and ability to break off 99-yard runs, can be a real X-factor in the postseason. Think about the potential. Big runs that can change the momentum in key moments, wearing down defenses and opening up passing lanes for Love and the receivers. It's exactly the kind of move that could elevate the Packers from a good team to a serious Super Bowl contender. Now, looking at the big picture, this isn't just about filling a need for this season. It's about setting a new tone, a new identity. Derrick Henry brings power, durability, and leadership, traits that could help the Packers establish themselves as a dominant force for years to come. The recent history of the league shows us that when you add a power back with this kind of talent, it can transform your entire offense, make your run game unstoppable, and take pressure off your quarterback. Remember, the Packers have been dealing with some injuries and inconsistency, especially among their wide receivers, and bolstering the backfield could be the key to unlocking their full potential. And let's not forget the strategic aspect. This trade would also serve as a statement. Green Bay is serious about contending now and building for the future. Derrick Henry's presence could alleviate some of the burden on Love, allowing him to play more effectively and with less pressure. It also forces defenses to respect the run more, creating more opportunities in the passing game and opening up big plays. And with the Packers' offensive line doing their part, this could be a recipe for dominance, especially in crucial moments like the red zone, where they're currently converting touchdowns at a modest 58%. Of course, every trade involves risks, and some might be skeptical about giving up draft capital for a running back, especially in an era where teams are increasingly passing more. But Derrick Henry's proven durability, power, and ability to change games make him a valuable asset. Plus, the potential to make a playoff run and even chase a Super Bowl title makes this a move worth considering. The NFL is all about timing and bold moves, and right now, the Packers might be on the verge of making a statement that echoes through the league. Now, looking ahead, if this trade goes through, it could set off a chain reaction in the NFC North. The Vikings, Bears, and Lions will have to respond, and the division could become even more competitive. But for the Packers, this move could be the catalyst that propels them into serious Super Bowl contention. Imagine a playoff run with Derrick Henry powering their ground attack, forcing defenses to commit extra players to stopping him, and opening up opportunities for Love and the receivers to strike deep. It's a scenario that excites fans and analysts alike. And speaking of the postseason, the odds reflect the potential shift. With Henry in the fold, the Packers could be favorites to upset some of the traditional powerhouses. The addition of a player like him, combined with their current roster, makes them a dark horse with serious potential to go deep. The playoffs are all about physicality, and having a back like Henry gives them that extra edge, especially in tough, cold-weather matchups where ground control is vital. In conclusion, this rumor of Derrick Henry heading to Green Bay is more than just a fantasy. It's a strategic move that could redefine the Packers' future. It's about boldness, about seizing opportunities, and about making a statement to the rest of the league that the Packers are not just contenders. They're contenders with a new, unstoppable identity. Whether or not this trade materializes, it's clear that Green Bay's front office is thinking big, and that's the kind of mindset that can lead a team to Super Bowl glory. So Packers fans, get ready, because if this move happens, the landscape of the NFL, and especially the NFC, could be forever changed. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Green Bay Packers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Green Bay Packers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential trade? Do you believe Derrick Henry could be the missing piece that pushes the Packers over the top? Or do you think the risk outweighs the reward? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Green Bay Packers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Green Bay Packers news. This is an exciting time for the team, and conversations like these are what make being a fan so thrilling. We're witnessing history in the making, and whether this trade happens or not, one thing is certain: Green Bay is always in the hunt, always pushing to be the best, and always ready to surprise us all. Thanks for sticking with me, and as always, Go Pack Go.